3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to MMA, another podcast. I did say
You
walrus.
missed walrus. The easiest, that's the thing.
Welcome back to Walrus MMA. This is another podcast. We back, boy.
What was the boy?
I don't know, but you gotta auto-tune it now. Boy. All right.
Okay, thank you, Kanye. We have to
We are
apologize.
sorry.
We are so sorry.
We're sorry.
We're
So sorry. But a lot of life-changing events have happened here at Walrus MMA. Number one, I moved into a new place.
He became a big boy.
Not having a place.
Moved out of his mom's house.
And then in other news, this guy became a big boy too.
I was always a big boy.
But now he's a big boy with a ball and chain. No offense, Ellen. Response.
Thank you, my love. Walrus is right. I actually took my time over Christmas break to get engaged.
Boo.
Shut up.
We pimp for life, boy.
He's gonna be single forever.
Swipe right.
Please tell me you're not on Tinder. Are you actually on Tinder?
Oh, you would love my profile. Philosophical gangster rapper right here.
Does it actually say philosophical? Oh god.
Yes. All right.
More
That is
important.
not why we're here. We are here for an event. It is UFC 222.
Life-changing event.
It is UFC 2 cubed.
2 cubed. True. 2 cubed.
222.
222.
Bam.
We're here to give you our predictions on our main card for UFC 222.
Per usual.
As per usual. To start us off, we've got a women's fight. We've got the former women's bantamweight challenger, Kat Zingano. What was her nickname again?
Alpha.
Thank you.
Alpha Cat.
Alpha Cat. That's
I always
that's
hated
bad.
that.
That's bad. Moving on. Versus
I like her though.
I apologize if I butcher this. We've got Ketlin Vieira. If I was wrong, please tell me.
Always shout out to our sponsor, Panda Express.
We don't have a sponsor of Panda Express. He's a liar.
Every time.
Anyway, on to Kat Zingano versus Ketlin. What you think? I'm throwing you under the bus
You
first.
throw me under the bus. Man, it feels like it's been so long since I've analyzed a fight.
What are you talking about? You've analyzed every single one since. You just haven't recorded it.
True. I think it's a nice fight to get back. Kat Zingano's been a little bit here and there. hit or miss.
Unreliable? Let's go with that.
Whereas Ketlin's really coming out. I think she's
late.
still undefeated
9
at
and
this
0.
moment. 9-0. And she's came out with the fury. Like, super strong fighter. Solid stand-up, solid grappling. From what I've seen thus far.
Pretty well rounded. I mean, she's starting her career off strong, so. But Kat's always been there. Don't call it a comeback. She's been here for years. But she's coming off a 2-fight lose streak. Both Ronda and Juliana Pena are her last 2 losses, honestly.
2 tough fights again.
No shame in losing to either one.
Shout out to Ronda for making a WWE appearance. Boo. And also shout out
Hey.
to Juliana for having a child.
Yeah, good for you, Juliana. I've never been a fan of you, but good for you.
I've been a fan. I'm gonna be real.
I'm sorry. It might have just been the editing, but you looked terrible on The Ultimate Fighter. I'm sorry. I feel like personality.
All the winners look terrible, if you've noticed that. Nate Diaz looked terrible. Tony Ferguson looked like a drunk guy going after somebody else's kid. That was kind of weird, I'm going to be honest. The
true,
winners
though.
always look bad.
They do always look bad. So maybe it was just editing. Don't worry. Well, eventually, I might be a fan one day, but not today. But Kat's been a strong competitor despite those 2 losses. She's a quality wrestler. She's got hands. She's just pretty well rounded, a lot like Ketlin. So
Yeah.
kind of becomes a question of her experience. Their records are similar except for those 2 losses for Kat. So,
Yeah. Well, and she's also had a few more injuries. I know she had the knee injury.
her time framing was she fights about once a year since 2010. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, etc. So about once a year. That's a pretty slow rate, honestly. So, and then with 2...
Definitely not a Donald Cerrone type.
7 in 1 year. Let's do it. But no, so her inconsistency and her injuries, I think, are going to be the big factor that pushes me to Ketlin as the victor.
I was leaning towards Ketlin. I think she's just a little bit younger, a little bit more hungry. Hasn't had the injuries, and has been a little bit more consistent in activity, so there's not going to be any of that ring rust or anything. I still really like Kat Zingano in her style, so it's going to be a fun fight, I really think. No matter where it goes, both girls are going to be super strong, and they're going to be putting it all out. And next we have a heavyweight bout between Stefan I Move Like a Skyscraper Struve and the hairy Russian Andrei Arlovsky.
What was with the hands? More important.
We throw hands here at Walrus MMA.
All right, we do throw hands. Moving on, this is an easy call for me.
I bet it is.
Stefan Struve is one of the most physically gifted and under-impressive fighters I've ever seen. He's the tallest. He's 6'11". And literally he needs just a little bit of footwork and speed and cardio, and he could dominate.
That's a lot of stuff you just listed.
Okay.
A lot of big things right there.
Okay, cut even the footwork. It's a little bit of cardio and speed, and he's fine. Like, and I'm not talking like massive jumps, not like to Kane cardio, but like just
Sea level Kane.
enough to last like a round and a half. Like, at least. Okay? Have a little bit of speed in those hands, and he'd dominate. The only person who has longer reach than him is John.
Which is weird.
Which I'm pretty sure that's true.
No, he does. It's like he has like 1 or 2 inches on him. It's
So
weird.
easily against the skyscraper because he moves like one. He's the slowest person I've ever seen.
Only person to move slower than Minotauro Nogueira at the end of his career.
And Andrei Arlovsky is 240 pounds of pure Russian muscle, and he's pissed off. I don't give it. He's gonna win. That's my call. Easy. But no, I'm calling the fight. I understand that Winklejohn has kind of slumped lately, but in the heavyweight division against one of the slowest and unimpressive fighters I've ever seen, I don't see Andre slumping that far.
If we do, to be fair again, if we do enough MMA math, we do have a heavyweight champion fighting here, as the only person Struve has beaten in the UFC thus far.
That has not left the UFC.
That has not left, yes. Stipe Miocic.
Shout out to Stipe.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Stipe. Good luck with DC.
Yeah.
I believe in DC.
You do?
I do.
Okay, that's for another podcast.
I believe in DC.
I also, when we get down to it, I do have to also go with Andrei Arlovsky.
We are agreeing so much today, apparently.
I know, it's
gonna
really
be weird.
weird.
I'm not switching my call.
I'm not going to switch that one
No.
either. You got a Wrecking Ball versus Skyscraper. I'm going to take the Wrecking Ball every time, all day, all night.
Fair comparison.
Bam!
Moving on to the next one, we've got the bantamweights. We've got Sean, oh my God, O'Malley, and Andre, tell me if I'm saying this wrong, Sukumta.
The Asian sensation.
The Asian sensation, Andre Sukumta. I think we've got pretty much, they're pretty close. I think their records are about the same. I think Sean O'Malley's got 2 losses. No, Sean O'Malley's undefeated. Sukumta's the one who's lost twice. Only by decision.
Yep.
Sukumta is a tough guy. He's got more knockouts than anything, I think, and
They're sensational.
Yeah, they're sensational. And then Sean O'Malley is pretty much a knockout artist too. I think we're going to see some fireworks round 1, maybe half of round 2. I don't see it going much farther. I personally am going to give it to O'Malley just in case it does go down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
He's never lost to a decision. He doesn't fade.
I'm going to go with Andre. So there we go.
Picking 2 Andres in a row?
Yes. You got to keep Andre.
Copy paste.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, I think he's a little bit more experienced if you're looking at kind of diversity of opponent and everything. And so I think that experience is basically going to propel him in being able to weather a storm with Sean O'Malley. Anything can happen, especially with 2 people who like to knock each other and throw hands. Just let me bang, bro!
One of them's got to pull the Max Holloway, pointing at the ground, let's go right here. Honestly, whoever does it, I'm a fan. The instant you do it.
Yes.
Any fighter wants a fan. Juliana, I'm talking to you. Just do the thing, and I'm in. Let's do
Juliana, I'm already a fan.
You could win one just by doing the pointing at the ground thing. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
And up next, we have a co-main event. It is Frankie, I Thought I Did Enough, Edgar, against Brian, the Ortega Cheese.
The Ortega Cheese.
The Ortega Cheese.
I like that. All right.
So this fight's going to be at featherweight. 2 people really looking to get at Max Holloway, looking for that title shot coming up. One's kind of been there, and,
Yeah,
and Brian's
one's been there a while and has just not seemed to break through.
yes.
And then I think T-City coming up is going to be amazing. I hate to root for the guy because he beat
Cub
my
Swanson.
fave, Calf Kick Cub Swanson,
Calf kick.
my soul brother, but he's too good to deny at this point, I feel like.
Yeah,
Frank,
no,
he's
he's been the underdog in pretty much every fight he's had, and he just keeps rising to the occasion. Slick jiu-jitsu, good
Great
stand-up.
jiu-jitsu. I love it.
But
Very awkward stand-up. It's almost like Keith Jardine, I feel like. Awkward, like, I don't know how to handle you right now.
hey, but sometimes that's the best stand-up because nobody trains for that awkward shit.
Yeah, Keith Jardine beating Chuck Liddell was a surprise.
I think that surprised Keith Jardine with that reaction he did.
He was like, what?
And then, of course, going up against Frankie. Frankie just came off of that facial injury, too. That I'm still not exactly sure what that was. I mean, his whole entire career was a goddamn facial injury if you look at any of his fights. But,
It was.
you know.
I think Frankie has that. Every fight we see him in, he always says he thinks he did enough to win. And I think that mentality lulls him into security. He thinks he's got it in the bag already. And I think against someone like T,
You're playing for points in a game where you really need to finish.
yeah, and so I think when doing that against somebody like T-City who can submit you out of nowhere and has that knockout power and awkward stand-up,
Yep.
you can't count him out ever, and Frankie has a tendency to think he's got it down already. So I gotta go T-City.
I'm going to be very interested to see the game plans for both of them. I mean, we know Frankie comes out. Frankie does have stand-up, and he does have footwork and cardio. But that wrestling is
his bread and butter.
Boom. But looking on the other side, conversely, T-City's jiu-jitsu comes out of nowhere.
Otherworldly.
I love... sorry about your mans, but I love that jump into the guard with that guillotine. That was
painful. It hurt me emotionally, but I respect it.
Beautiful transition, though. So, I mean, I think those submissions can come out of anywhere. I really see either Frankie winning a decision or T-City finishing it, and I don't think he finishes it by knockout. So
I don't think Frankie can finish. Frankie's got guaranteed decision if he wins.
right, yeah.
So
If I'm going to go off of anybody, I don't want to deny the hungry young stallion coming on up. That's that Ortega cheese, boy. God, Brian Ortega, you got this.
I believe in you. Quick pause. I'm gonna go say bye real quick.
Oh, Ian invited me to date night. I'm bringing my girlfriend.
I did not invite him to date night. He invited himself, and I told him no. Very explicitly.
First of all, no, you didn't say no.
I said no.
No, whoa,
He's lying.
no, because I said I would bring my girlfriend, and you're like, yes, bring your girlfriend.
Okay, I was being sarcastic.
Alright, yeah, I'll see you later.
Have fun. Itch.
Just got engaged and already in the doghouse.
God damn it. More importantly, we've got the women's title match going down.
I am so excited for this. I am pumped. Thug Rose versus Joanna, number 2.
Cyborg versus Yana Kunitskaya.
Cyborg. Back to it. All right.